conducted races from Friday, April 30 and Saturday, May 1. A total of 18 races were down to be contested over 2 days, with the inaugural running of the Portmore taking center stage on Saturday. Let's first have a look at the highlights from Friday, April 30, beginning with Race 2, a main condition race for 3-year-old fillies going 1,300 meters.
Field in line, they're off and racing. Silver Soul didn't get away too keenly and races at the back, so Diamond Star and Right in Flight. Atonement dictates pace. On the outside of Atonement, that's Chinese Music. Then comes Tequila Blue in third. Right on the outside, that's Turn on the Light, 2 lengths away before we come to Silver Soul recovering. That's Right in Flight and Diamond Star racing at the back. They go toward the 4 furlong point on the course. It is Atonement in front. Atonement by about a length and a half from Chinese Music down in second. Racing in third, that's Turn on the Light as they pass the 3 furlong point on the course. Behind that one, then comes Right in Flight. Tailing off a bit, that's Tequila Blue and Diamond Star, and racing at the back, Silver Soul. They turn toward the 2 furlong point on the course, making the running. It is Atonement dictating pace. On the outside, Turn on the Light, testing, coming with a good-looking run, but it's Atonement still in front of Turn on the Light. Atonement keeping on nicely and beginning to go away from Turn on the Light, who has no answers. It's Atonement kicking away. About 4 lengths now. Atonement will win. Turn on the Light will be second. Tequila Blue runs on to third, and Diamond Star is fourth.
So apprentice Ryan Lewis captures victory aboard Atonement for champion trainer Anthony Nunes. Turn on the Light, ridden by Panamanian Dick Cardenas, was second, while Tequila Blue, partnered by Tevin Foster, third past the post. Race 4 is our next event up for review. The field was reduced to 7 following the scratch of horse number 3, Kai Alexis.
Now he's ready. They're off for the dash. King Anthony gives away every chance, coming out way at the back of the field after a slow start. JJ the Striker gets a good one. Old King Cole right alongside Balotelli in the slipstream. Chromatica races further back just on the outside, racing right there on the rail, Whispering Magic. There goes Colorado Ranger now improving, and King Anthony trails. They're stringing up. They leave the 7/16th and run toward the final 3, and it's Old King Cole and Dane Nelson who lead them up. Balotelli just a length and a half back and running in second. JJ the Striker on the rail looks to be going the wrong way at the moment, overtaken by a Colorado Ranger and a Chromatica. King Anthony has made some ground, and Whispering Magic now struggling at the back into the lane. 2 furlongs to go, and it's Old King Cole and Dane Nelson. He becomes a busy man. Balotelli left 2 lengths down and trying hard to rail the leader in, but they run toward the furlong pole, and still Old King Cole is resolute and holding on to that lead. Balotelli now running up and down on the spot. Chromatica making late progress, but it is Old King Cole responding to the right-hand stick and the bustling ride of Dane Nelson, his second win on the card. Chromatica is second, Balotelli third. Colorado Ranger is fourth.
Under a dominant ride from joint champion jockey Dane Warrior Chief Nelson, Old King Cole secures a victory going 1,100 meters for champion trainer Anthony Baba Nunes. A field of 9 faced the starter for race 5, a restricted allowance event going 1,200 meters. Here's a look at the action.
They're ready. They're off. Fair start. Weekend Jazz, though, relegated to last early. Big Daddy went for that lead. There goes Eagle One rushing up toward the outside, and No Work Permit attacking, and these two shoulder to shoulder leave the 5 and run toward the half-mile, battling each other for the lead. Eagle One gets it narrowly by 3 parts of a length. No Work Permit trying to stick with him as they leave the half-mile. Executive Chief follows up. Silent Seeker will be running on. Awesome Treasure doing the same. They race 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 these. A break of some 3 lengths opens up to Weekend Jazz. Big Daddy racing on the rail. Cold Pursuit making mile ground. Last of all, it's High Diplomacy. They leave the 5/16th. They're coming into the top of the lane. Can they catch Eagle One? Firmly planted on the lead as they're into it now. A quarter of a mile to run. The rider has a peep over his shoulder. That's a Dick Cardenas as they arrive at the 3/16th. And now Dick pulls out the stick in the right hand, and Eagle One continues to roll on. A furlong to catch him. Executive Chief is over on the rail. Behind them, that Silent Seeker, Big Daddy coming with a late charge. But up front, it is Eagle One and Dick Cardenas. They're bouncing away for an effortless and convincing victory by maybe 6 lengths over Big Daddy. It's tight. Could be Weekend Jazz, just ahead of Silent Seeker and Executive Chief.
Eagle One with Panamanian jockey Dick Cardenas landed in the winner's enclosure, securing victory for informed trainer Jason DaCosta. Gary Sabrati's Big Daddy was second, with Weekend Jazz, the mount of Jordan Barrett, securing third. Race 6 was a feature event on the 8-race card, a restricted allowance event going 1,200 meters. The field was reduced to 9 runners following the scratch of horse number 2, Beach Boy.
Starter ready. They're off. Fair start. Extruder outsped early left at the back. Victory Turn took off jet-like. Gets that lead on the run down the backstretch. Formal Gladiator in hot pursuit, just a length and a tailback. The band is a length and a half in behind that one as they leave the 5. They're followed up by Anaso running near the rail. Raw Liquid 3 parts of a length on his outside. Rohan Kabir a length in behind them. Money Monster races ahead of Lala Diva, and Extruder remains at the back. They swing past the half mile and run to the 7/16th. Catch Victory Turn if you can, leading up by almost 2 lengths. Former Gladiator near the rail, right on the outside, poised to strike. That's Laban as they run to the 5/16th. Raw Liquid moving down on the outside of Anaso. A gap opens up to Rohan Kabir, then Money Monster, Lala Diva, and Extruder probably making a place or two, but Victory Turn is into the lane, a quarter of a mile to catch Victory Turn, who continues to roll along. The band now the closest pursuer, put to the stick and asked to get to this leader, but Victory Turn continues to bounce on. A furlong to run, it is Victory Turn with the lead. Laban needs to find 3 or more lengths inside the final 16th. Victory Turn continues to roar on that lead, and Victory Turn and Javanil Patterson won't be caught. They win by maybe 3.5 over Laban. Raw Liquid, Rohan Kabir, and Nassau is 5th.
The Gary Crawford conditioned Victory Turn ridden by Javanil Patterson secures the feature over the Richard Azan trained Laban. Third went to Raw Liquid with apprentice Roger Hewitt aboard. Race 2 is where we'll start our recap of Saturday, May 1. The race day paid homage to the Sunshine City of Portmore, the home of Caymanas Park. The second race was anticipated to be a competitive overnight allowance event going 1,000 meters straight. With Mr. Universe being a late non-starter, the fan favorite Sparkle Diamond was expected to shine brightly. Here's how the action unfolded.
They're off and running. El Professor is the first to show, but coming around Deep Blue Sea. It's Deep Blue Sea taking them to the 4 furlong point on the course. Costa right on the outside, right against the rail. That is another bullet. Coming around as they go towards the 3 furlong point on the course. It is Deep Blue Sea in front of Costa racing in second. Harris Train recovering nicely, going down into third, right against the rail. That is another bullet coming on nicely from behind. That is Sparkle Diamond. They come towards the furlong and a half point on the course. Deep Blue Sea running nicely, paced against the rail, about 3 lengths in front and traveling good as they come to the furlong pole. Deep Blue Sea looking to create the upset. Sparkle Diamond set down for a drive on the outside, but Deep Blue Sea is gone. Deep Blue Sea running away from them. This looks like 6 lengths. Sparkle Diamond is second. It's close between Harris Train and another bullet.
Deep Blue Sea, the mount of apprentice Jordan Barrett, secures a victory by 5 1/4 lengths for trainer Johnny Wilmot. Sparkle Diamond, ridden by Dane Warrior Chief Nelson, was only good for second following a sluggish start, while Harris Train, ridden by Omar Walker, was third past the post. Race 7 was a maiden special weight event for 3-year-old horses. Horse number 5, Cruella, was a late scratch, reducing the field to 8.
Now he is. 4 furlong straight, they're off. Curlin's Barracuda came off a bit slow. Vanquisher took off quickly, and is running fast and tacking across to the center. Curlin's Barracuda in close proximity. Midnight Blue heads for that stand fence. Nakamura racing in behind them as they come away now toward the final quarter. At the moment, 3 horses vying for that lead. Midnight Blue right under the stand fence. Curlin's Barracuda in between horses. Toward her inside, that's Vanquisher. Toward the far side, asked to close up in the pink sleeves, that's Heart of the Sea, but they run toward the furlong pole. Curlin's Barracuda and Vanquisher going at it. Midnight Blue is right on the premises but scrubbing the stand fence as this Curlin's Barracuda now begins to lengthen strides inside the final 16. It's Curlin's Barracuda and Robert Halladine running away from them to win by 4 or more. It's tight. Heart of the Sea, Midnight Blue, Vanquisher is right there too, and on the far side Nakamura finishes in 5th.
Robert Hardball Halladine secures the win aboard Curlin's Barracuda for the short 800. Secured race 7 had eyes fixed on a quick double, with 5 entries out of 9 entered for race number 8.
They're off. True Bravado got a good start. Acero racing over toward the far side along with a Broken Light. They're running pretty quickly with True Bravado. Gentle Giant is in a handy spot more toward the center, being joined now by Will the Conqueror. These are the main contenders as they spread across the course and make their way with just about 3 furlongs remaining. True Bravado showing good speed. Acero the same on the far side. Gentle Giant is right up there with Will the Conqueror. These are the 4 main contenders. Bad Gal Riri now put to the stick, drifting toward the stands. Alimony near the stand fence as they come away inside the last quarter, and Acero has taken charge under Dane Nelson. He's using the whip in the right hand as they run now, flashing past the furlong pole. Being chased up by Bad Gal Riri and Will the Conqueror. Alimony nearest to us now making some late ground, but Acero, although on that lead, now begins to tie up. It's Acero tying up. Over on the far side, Magical Mood closing fast. It's close between Magical Mood and Acero. In behind them, Alimony. Will the Conqueror, Bad Gal Riri.
A quick double for trainer Anthony Nunes, with victory going to Acero by a short head. Here's the start list for race number 9, a claiming event going 1,100 meters. The 7 horse was a late non-starter.
.1,100 meters, 5.5 furlongs, field in line. They're off. An almost perfect start once again. Mr. Ambassador took off quickly in the early exchanges. Axelrod now zips through, and Axelrod gets that lead as they make their way toward the half mile. Beltane moving down on the outside, Cartel tucked in between horses as they're at the half mile and go running into the turn. It's a war up front for that lead. Beltane battling, Axelrod and Cartel. Blind Faith right in behind them. Laser Light, watch that one moving quickly on the outside. Mr. Ambassador is 4 lengths off the lead and waited with. Lord Ashton now shaken up for more run. In behind them a gap to Bimini, and Bimini trails. They leave the 5/16th. They're about to come into the lane. A quarter of a mile to run. It's still a war going on that lead. Cartel just the leader. Blind Faith in the purple cap down against the rail. Laser Light now asked to reel the leaders in, but Cartel now asked to kick once again. Grabs a good lead as they run toward the furlong pole. It is Cartel under the stick. Quickly switched to the left hand by 2 or 3 lengths. Laser Light in chase with Blind Faith down against the rail, but Cartel is fending them all off. Cartel and the joint champion Anthony Thomas win by 3 or more over Laser Light, Blind Faith, Bimini. Mr. Ambassador is 5th.
Joint champion jockey Anthony Thomas secures the win atop Cartel by 3.5 lengths for trainer Gary Forsyth. Second went to Laser Light, with Blind Faith finishing 3rd. The inaugural running of the Portmore was the feature event on Saturday, May 1. Reserved for native-bred 3-year-old fillies, the event was contested over 1,500 meters. Billed as a rematch between Hotline Stakes winner Action Ann and the hot favorite She's a Wonder, the field was reduced to 10 runners following the scratch of horse number 10, Hoist the Mast.
They're ready. They're off. Just coming off slow, Sweet Majesty. Action Ann also toward the back with Heavenly Glitter. As they blast past the 7, Secret Identity moves up to test She's a Wonder, who leads. Secret Identity right there in second as they make their way down the backstretch. Amy the Butcher right up with them as they now leave the 6. 3 times Lucky runs the rail, making ground with Sensational Ending attached to his outside. Action and now being ridden down near the rail. Ianza Lynx joining that one. A break back to Awesome Choice, then Heavenly Glitter, and last of all it is Sweet Majesty. Down the backstretch they go, and the filly She's a Wonder has lengthened stride and opens up 5 lengths over Secret Identity as they swing past the half-mile marker. Amy the Butcher racing down into third, ahead of Sensational Ending, needing to climb a mountain along with Ianza Lynx and Action Hand. 3 times Lucky races on the inside of an improving Heavenly Glitter. Sweet Majesty making some ground. Last of all it is Awesome Choice as they arrive at the 5/16. She's a Wonder running fast on that lead, first into the lane, a quarter of a mile to run in the Portmore, and the rider has a look over his shoulder. He looks again, and it's She's a Wonder with the lead. Secret Identity now trying to get to that leader. Sensational Ending switch toward the inside. Amy the Butcher is further back, a furlong to run. She's a Wonder with the lead, but now put to the stick. She's a Wonder beginning to shorten. Secret Identity is on the outside. Sensational Ending nearer the rail. She's a Wonder showing signs of stress, but hanging tough and fighting them off to win the Portmore over Sensational Ending. Secret Identity, Amy the Butcher, Heavenly Glitter runs on for 5th.
Brought down the gears in deep stretch, She's a Wonder secures victory by 3/4 of a length over the fast-finishing Sensational Ending. Secret Identity manages to secure 3rd, with Amy the Butcher back in 4th. Here's Lance Whitaker's interview with jockey Ryan Lewis and trainer Ian Passad.
So the Portmore goes as expected to the 1-5 favorite, She's a Wonder, and does it with some degree of comfort, allowing weight all around. Ryan Lewis, you were aboard this horse for the Thornbird, which was a big win by 10 1/4 lengths. This not as big a margin, but how different was it today?
Well, you don't know, she gained the weights today, so you expect that from her, and she run well, saved me, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, talk to us about your riding strategy. You didn't want to be messed up with any other horses. You went out front and you had a traffic-free run because your plan was to, stay clear of any dangers.
Well, the other speeders scratch from the race, and so I have to take it over and get her comfortable in the race and just ask her for the last 2.
Yeah, when you entered the home stretch, you were in front by about 3 lengths or so. There were a couple of horses, Secret Identity closest at that point. Did you feel threatened at all by the horses behind you early in the home stretch?
Well, she have the capability, and she have the weight, as I said, and they will be much closer this week, but I managed to get her home with victory.
Talk to us now at the furlong pole. In the Thornbird Stakes at the furlong pole, you were streaking away to win by a long distance. Today, your margin pretty much remained the same. Was there any difference in your mindset at the furlong pole as the horses were coming on?
No, there wasn't.
Okay. And how comfortable do you feel about this horse going into the Guineas, which is a half a furlong longer than today?
Well, I'm comfortable, because she's a nice horse, and she keep working and showing us what she can do on the racetrack.
Thank you very much. Ryan Lewis, rider of She's a Wonder, turned 21 years old on Monday and gets a good win this afternoon aboard the finest 3-year-old filly in the land at the moment. I just said, Ian Prasad, trainer, to jockey Ryan Lewis, that the Thornbird win was like 10 1/4 lengths, and he just blew the field out of the water. Obviously today she was giving weight all around, allowing her peers a lot of weight. How satisfied are you with the run?
Very much more satisfied than the Thornbird, if you can believe it.
Yes?
Yeah, she had a couple of difficulties coming into today's race. In fact, she actually had a fall with the jockey on Sunday. So we missed a breeze on Monday. We had to modify the work on Tuesday. We're just keeping our fingers crossed that we'd get here. I thought the jockey did an excellent job. I think she was a little fresh. That's why she kind of streaked away at the front. I was a little bit concerned because giving weight all around, and with the mishap in training, I figured she would come back a little bit in the last furlong, and that exactly happened. But he was able to roll her over and get her home in front, and so I'm pretty comfortable that with 5 weeks to go, we should be in good shape for the big one.
Talk to us quickly about that fall and what the vet had to say that made you comfortable that the horse was good enough to start following the fall 5-6 days ago.
Yeah, I was actually very worried. I was actually not here, so my assistant was taking care of things, and I got the phone call, and I was like, what? And then I actually got my second vaccine on that day, traveled back to Jamaica, and came right down to Caymanas to be able to just see what the story was. And when we went through with the vet and everything, he said everything looked good. But you know, it's still nervous moment. So we waited until Monday, did a work with her. Jockey said she was perfect. Took a chance on Tuesday. Here we are on Saturday.
Yeah, we know racing, you have to run the races to decide who the winners are.
Yes.
But as you said, 4 or 5 weeks now away from the 1,000 guineas, it's hard to see any of the current fillies troubling her, because we expect that she will be even better then than she was today.
Yeah, that's my hope. But you know, 3-year-olds at this time, a lot of them improve. You could see a lot of them looking physically better, training better. You know, we'll see. Basically, we're going to come with our A game, hopefully on Guineas Day. Everybody else will have to play a little bit of catch-up, so we're in good shape.
Thank you very much, Ian Passad, trainer of She's a Wonder. 1:33 4/5 of a second, the winning time for She's a Wonder over the 7.5 furlong Portmore. Just as the race ended, a bit of a drizzle here. Slight rain, very light rain here at Caymanas Park, but She's a Wonder delivers a satisfying run here for the Connections, given what has happened, as you heard from the trainer, Ian Prasad. The horse fell with the rider at exercise on Sunday, so that was a bit of a worry going in. In the end, she allowed weight all around and won handsomely, and looks very sharp, heading for the Guineas early next month.
So, with the Portmore being the 5th stop on the road to the Triple Crown Series, all roads lead to the 8th of May with the inaugural running of the Kingston, the 6th stop on the road to the Triple Crown Series. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. See you.